Hello Whitney friends and family, and so since COVID we haven't really been able to hug our family and friends as much as we've wanted to. So today I'm going to show you how to make, if I can get them all out, these long distance hugs. You can send them to someone in the mail, so instead of giving them a hug in person, you can just send them a hug in the mail. So yeah, I'm going to show you how to make those. So the first thing you'll need is some cardstock or printer paper, but I found that cardstock works kind of better because it's stronger. You'll also need some scissors, some glue, a stapler. You don't have to use a stapler, but I found it works a lot better than glue or tape. Some yarn or ribbon. Doesn't have to be a bunch of colors. And some markers or crayons. If you're a small kid, I would say either use the crayons or use some washable markers so it won't get on your skin and stay on your skin. So let's get started. The first thing you're going to do is you're going to pick two pieces or two different colors of paper that you like. I like this green a lot. It's very bright. And I think I'll use this yellow. You probably want to use colors if you have a black. Maybe not, because you're going to want to write on these. So you want to get some sort of color that's kind of easy to write on. I also like this blue a lot, so I think these are pretty easy to write on, so I'm going to use these two colors. And then so we're just going to use one piece of cardstock for now. So this thing, and you're going to take it on one side like this, and you're going to fold it hamburger way, just the thicker way, like this. It's a little tricky, but if you get the edges lined up, that's pretty good. Then you just fold it, and now you've got a piece of folded paper. Now what you're going to do is you're going to take a color of crayon or marker that you like, and you're going to uncap it. And the first thing you're going to do is, if you write with your right hand, you're going to take your left hand and you're going to put it down on the paper. So see this? When I open it up, I do not want to put my hand on this side. Don't put it on this side. Turn it around and put your pinky, this finger right here that I'm wiggling, and take your hand like this, like you're high-fiving the paper, and put it down and kind of line your pinky up with this edge right here. See this edge I've kind of marked? It's the edge that's folded. See, I can open up on this edge, but this is the edge that doesn't open up. So I just line my pinky up there and put my hand down just like that. I've got my pinky kind of lined up with the edge. Now all I'm going to do is I'm going to trace my finger and again, my hand. And again, what you're going to want to do here is make sure you use a washable marker if you're little. And just kind of trace around your hand like this. Keep your hand still. And once you've got this, since you can't really go through your hand here, what you're going to do is you're just going to kind of, make a little curve here. Just like that. So you've got a little hand. Okay? So now, once you've got your little hand, you're going to take your scissors and you're going to open them up and you're going to start cutting out the hand. Make sure you do not cut right here. You do not want to cut that edge. No. Don't cut that edge, because we want the hand there to be two hands so it'll fold up. So what we're going to do is we're going to just start cutting the hand like this. Cutting on the lines, cutting on the lines. So while I'm cutting, it's just kind of cutting on the lines, seeing how good we can do this. So what we're doing right now is we're making a hand, two hands that fold together, so that when we put the string inside them, there won't be a string sticking out of the back. I don't think anyone wants a string sticking out of the back of their hand. But this way you won't be able to see the string, and it'll just look like one hand. So take your time, doesn't matter how fast you do this. Okay, so once you've got it cut out, remember you don't cut this edge here so that your hands will fold apart just like that. See? And you might want to keep these scraps if you're going to decorate your hands. So just set those scraps off to one side and take your hand like this, and you're going to make one more of these with the other paper you got. So you're going to take the other paper you got again and fold it in half. And take your hand and line it up here. You're going to take your marker, your trusty little marker, and you're going to trace your hand again. Because hugs take two hands, right? You don't normally hug a person with one hand. It doesn't normally happen. Just tracing our hand here. You don't have to do it this fast. I'm just kind of speeding up for video purposes. So you've got part of your hand there. And again, you just draw a little curve there. Got a hand. So again, you're going to take your scissors. You're going to open them up and cut out your hand. So, we have our two hands here that unfold like this. So we have four hands here, kind of. So again, we're going to set the scraps off to the side. And we're going to take our hands, we're going to fold them up like this, set one off to the side. So now we're going to take one of our hands, we're going to open it up. Now here's where you use the yarn. So you're going to take your yarn, you're going to pick a color you like, or your ribbon, depends on what you have, or maybe you just use string, yarn, ribbon, anything like that. I think I really like this. I like this red here, or this yellow maybe. I think I really like this yellow because it's kind of bright. It's almost like a skin color, maybe, type of skin tone. I'm gonna take this yarn, and now what I'm gonna do, this is kind of hard. Move the thing here. So now what you're gonna do is you're gonna take your yarn, and you're gonna grab it with one finger, and you're gonna stretch your yarn out until it's from one fingertip to the other fingertip. And then you're just gonna cut that yarn off right there. So you've got kind of a hugging length. Hug someone. So you've got your measured yarn there. Got your measured yarn here. And we're just going to take one end of it, just one end here. We're going to take our open hand, and I kind of like to put it like you're hugging, so your hand's kind of like this when you're hugging, and maybe. So I put it like kind of in between the thumb, wherever you want, because when it closes, it's going to go across like that, and the other hand's going to be there. I kind of put it like maybe right there. It'll look kind of like a hug. So you're just going to hold your string there with your finger, and with your other hand, you're going to pick up the thing slowly. You're going to pinch where the string is so it stays in there. You're going to hold it up like this. So maybe if you're little, you might want an adult for this part because you use a stapler. So you're going to take your stapler and you're going to kind of push the string off to one side, reach in and just kind of line it up with the stapler there. I don't know if you can put the string there, and staple it across the string. Oopsies, my staple didn't work. That's fine. Just hold it. Again. So now our string is stuck in there. See that staple there? It's lined up with the string there, so the string doesn't come out. So now you've still kind of got open here. So now you're going to take your glue. Gluesy glue. And you're just going to get your glue bottle here. And you're going to put some glue on the inside of the hand. You're just going to glue on the bottom so that you've got a nice little hand there. So you're just going to take your glue and going to hold it. You could use a stapler, but I think the glue works better. Oh, my glue's clogged up. Whoopsies. Oopsies, that didn't work. So, you know what, this isn't part of the video, but I'm just gonna grab a little brush so I can brush that. Okay, I couldn't find a brush, so I'm just gonna kinda, don't do this, I'm just getting some glue on here any way I can, at all costs. Get some glue on there, don't get it on the table. Yuck. Nasty, gloppy stuff. Remember, one dot, not a lot, and then you just, oopsies. Some on your thumb. Until you've got a nice little hand there. So now, you can wait for that to dry, but it does work if you don't. You don't really have to, it's just. And now you're gonna do the exact same thing with the other hand. You're just gonna take your hand, your string, so you've got one hand attached. You're gonna take your string, take your other open hand, put it right by the thumb here, and staple it. So I'm just gonna kind of do this pretty quick because you guys have already seen it. Okay, so I've got my hands attached here, so I've got a hug. But now what we're gonna do is you're gonna take your scraps or something, we're just gonna take crayon, and you're gonna write long distance hugs or something. I'd say long distance hugs. And then you say hugs for you. Okay, so you're just gonna kind of write hugs for you, long distance hugs, stuff like that. Just a nice little note. And then maybe you can like cut up some little shapes in paper to put on there. Maybe just take some like a blue shape, and I'm gonna maybe cut out like a little heart shape here. Put some glue on there. Put a little heart on there, maybe. So you're just gonna decorate your thing with some little shapes and decorations, make it pretty, stuff like that. I'm gonna take some yellow here and make a little blobby shape there. So just decorate it till you're happy. Make it pretty, make it nice for the person who gets it. So I'm happy with one shape on each, so I'm just happy with this. So now you've got a hug here. Look at this. Okay, so that was the craft for this week. We've got our long distance hugs here. Hugs for you, long distance hugs. So, bye. Hugs for everybody. Hope to see you in worship soon.